Test, test, test. Are Zunes worth it in 2017? Today we find out. So, the Zune, this is a fairly old one. It's only got 4 gigs of storage. But is it functional? Yeah, as far as I can tell, it's functional. For music, this is stuff that came on it. Yeah, I'm not sure if any of that's copyrighted. Then there's videos, pictures. I don't know if there are any pictures on it. There are. What are they? Okay. So I've had this for quite a while, but it broke, and I sent it in, and it came with a bunch of stuff on it. So here, this is social. Most of the Zune software doesn't work. I actually installed it on my computer while preparing to record this video, and it didn't work. So, I also tried installing older versions. Those didn't work. So that leads me to believe that it is currently impossible to load new music or podcasts or video on here. One of my favorite features about it was the radio when I had it. And since I'm out in the middle of nowhere, quite literally, there are very few radio stations. But it had fairly good audio quality for a radio that fits in your palm. Quite literally. Or even your fingers. So, it had games. So, the games, they were kind of like Microsoft, or the limited. So you'd probably see something similar to this on something like a old Nokia phone. But you'll see here, it's got checkers, Hexit, which I believe was like Candy Crush. If Candy Crush is what I think it is. This is kind of like, what is it? I can't think of it. Here, we'll just play it. Then we will log. So you'll see it's not the fastest at loading things. There it goes. But I forget what. Oh, it's Space Invaders. So this is basically Space Invaders. It's just not Space Invaders. Okay, focus. Colors. So for basic menus, it's not bad. You can push up and down, but it's also a trackpad, which is fairly nice. I'll show you how functional this is. So basically Space Invaders, except it's a little more 3D, I guess. 2D, I suppose. So yeah, I think you hold down the back button. There it goes. Now it's back. So then the marketplace, you can connect it to Wi-Fi. However, I was unable to connect it to any form of Wi-Fi in my house. And the Zune, or here's the settings, I suppose. So I'm not going to show you wireless, but the display, it has timeout times. So backlight would be timeout. So it's got a few settings. I know you can't see it, so I'll keep it on 5 seconds. And then brightness, we can probably put that on low so you can see it. Then you can change your background if you have pictures. You can change it using a picture, but that's usually not going to be necessary since I think it looks fine the way it is. And it'll probably save some battery considering it's an LCD screen. Music, you can change all these settings. I'm not going to go through them all, but radio, you can choose your region. We're in North America, where I am. And the screen lock. What is screen lock? So what that is it's a code. So like on your iPhone or Android phone, you know how you have that code. Is my iPad? No, I don't use. I have an iPad over here, but apparently it's not charged, and that's pretty reasonable. Considering I haven't used it since like whatever. So so for the volume, you'll see here you just swipe or press up when you are doing something. And yeah. So that's the basic UI, but how well does it work? Like, what kind of audio quality are we talking? And is it actually possible to download things? So, actually, no. Let's go through the hardware first. So, the basic hardware, play, pause, you could probably guess that. Here, wait for the screen to time out again. You're seeing that little autofocus. You'll see that the screen actually stays lit while, or the LCD stays active while the backlight is off. It's kind of hard to see with the reflection of my phone, but you'll see that the screen is still on. There's the autofocus lasers. And then on the rest of it, there is, I believe this is an antenna, and then this will actually lock all your buttons, so you'll see, won't wake up now, but it is still on. Nothing's happening, even when it's on. So you'll see, lock, still nothing. And then you have this back button here. Obviously, it's for going back. Then you have like a little, come on, focus. Focus. Has a bit of trouble focusing up close, sorry there. There it goes. So you'll see there that that is a thing for like those bracelet things, or I can't think of a better example, but there's like bracelet, it's a bit of wire or string. It goes in there, and then you can put it on a bracelet, necklace, I suppose. Whatever you desire. You know. So, how big is it? So, for size comparison, here is an SD, or an SD card adapter. It fits on the screen fairly easily. Touchpad, you know. That's how big it is. Centered. And then we also have, what is it? So this is the size of a credit card. This is actually an NFC card, but this is the exact size of a credit card. Except, you know, or a gift card. So, you know, it'll pretty much fit on a gift card. It's a little longer, but it's not as wide by any means. But yeah, that's the general size of the device. And thickness, once again, not too bad. I'd say it's about a micro SD card. Where is it? Please don't sue me, these companies, but can I find it? No, I had a micro SD card over there. I lost it. It's probably in my desk drawer, but you know, we're over here doing the stuff with the tripod in front of my desk drawer. So, you know, it's kind of hard to do. So, its clock, way off. It's actually 6:12. And that's probably because I'm not connected. I locked it. Yeah, that's probably because I haven't gotten it connected to the internet, and it was completely dead last time I used it. So what about cords? For a cord, it is extremely close to the size of the Apple. I don't even 30-pin connector. I completely forget what they're called. So here's the 30-pin. It's not even. It's like way smaller, but it's like slightly smaller. But it's pretty much the same thing if you have them side by side. So you'll see it plugs in down here with the headphone jack and the little plugger. So, you know, just snaps in. Oh, here's the Zune software. Wait for it to try to see. It just crashes. Where's my mouse? There it goes. Close. So you'll see that pretty much all versions of the Zune software are broken. And yeah, it's plugged into my computer to show that it actually is charging. And yeah, I don't know why I'm saying and yeah. That little signal thing, as far as I can tell, that means you're within Wi-Fi or radio distance. I've taken it. It's pretty hard to get it outside of radio, but I haven't. When I did use it, I never noticed that it dropped that. So yeah, because that's centered for the most part. And how long does it take to charge? From my experience, before I recorded this video, I had it charging for about an hour, and it was full after about an hour. And yeah, so the audio quality, it's not too bad. It's not horrible, but it's also not good. And the thing with that is it's a fairly old device, and anything you're going to be able to connect it to is fairly new. I mean, you can pretty much connect it to anything that has a 3.5mm jack or USB. Oops, sorry, bumped the tripod. But yeah. So I think that's it for this video. Thank you for watching, Focus. I will see you next time. Goodbye. Please don't kill me. I'm not a gangsta. Bye.